Hello, welcome back once again.
Welcome back to Spirit Speaks.
Yes, well, we are here today, and I think this is going to be a little different.
Yeah, we get that sometimes.
Yes, we always like to be led by Spirit and hear what Spirit has to say. However, today I think we're going to do something just a little different and
Still being led by Spirit, but
still being led by Spirit, but not as you've become accustomed to it. So Bernette's had this idea about talking, a suggestion about talking about our bodies.
well, and I got the suggestion from Spirit because in the prior session we didn't do it, and we'd gotten the suggestion that we should talk about bodies, and we postponed it and got the nudging and urging again
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm well.
yeah.
I think I may let Bernette take the lead on this one.
Wait, you're the. Wait.
Because she's been talking to her body much more lately. I talk to my body too, and one of the things that I think is very important for us to do is talk to the body. I started talking to my body after reading the book Seven Cups of Consciousness
Right.
because Aleya, who is the author of that book, spoke so much about the body diva and how we need to listen to our bodies and that our bodies actually have its own consciousness.
Which makes sense since everything is consciousness. Our bodies
Yeah.
is a part of that everything. Our bodies have consciousness. If you watch the session with my son who talked about consciousness being in everything,
Mm-hmm.
that includes that includes our bodies.
Yes. Well, when you think about our bodies, if our bodies actually came from the earth has consciousness.
Yes.
So if the earth is our physical mother, and that's where our bodies came from, then our bodies would have to have consciousness
Ooh.
as well.
That just felt like a
Yeah, yeah,
see?
yeah,
Spirit leads us.
yeah,
Spirit leads us.
yeah.
So
So,
that's very true.
I had this experience once when I wanted to order a product. I wanted to do something because my lips stay dry. And I started I decided to ask my body what it was because I've never been able to get a diagnosis for why my lips stay so dry. And I received, um, she told me what it was. And then I asked, what should I use for it? This was the funny part, or the strange part that blew me away, is that my body actually gave me the name of a product and a company that I had never heard of. And I was wondering, well, how in the world? I mean, it was an expensive product. I don't know how she came up with that, but she came up with and I looked on Amazon and I actually found the product.
See?
It blew me away that my body actually knew that and I didn't know it.
By talking to your body, though, you got that
I
information.
got that information just by talking to my body.
So let's just step back a bit. You started talking about Aleya
Oh, mm-hmm.
and how you were introduced to this idea of talking to your body
Yes.
through reading her
Or
Seven Cups of Consciousness.
that our body has consciousness.
That our body has a
That our
consciousness.
bodies have its own consciousness.
And sometimes I think if you realize this, you start to honor that kind of individuality that your body has
Right.
because it has its own consciousness, which means it can have its own personality.
It does.
I know
It
mine
does.
has quite a personality.
Mine does too.
Yeah.
And her own name.
Yes, yes.
In her book, The Seven Cups of Consciousness, she does talk about. She gives you a meditation that you can go through, and actually, there are other ways you can do it. But this particular one, there's a meditation that
Mm-hmm.
you can use to ask your body to meet your body's consciousness, and I did, and she has her own name.
Now I
So
didn't go through that method as a intuitive communicator, I spoke to my body and asked her name, and she was very happy I had and was very eager to talk because they have a lot of things to say.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if
Yes.
you haven't been listening to them, and you
Yeah.
finally do, and you finally speak to your body has a lot of information and really wants to work with you because you're you're the soul walking around in this body.
Mm-hmm. The
This
body is the vehicle.
Yeah, and you're driving it.
Yeah.
So you're driving it, but you're not going to be driving down the broken down car very long if you
No.
don't keep it, maintained.
You have to maintain
You have
it.
to maintain it just like anything else.
Yeah, I like the way Aleya Dow puts it. You are not your body. Your body is a vehicle, and you, the real you, is the soul that lives inside of your body.
And it's just temporarily.
Yeah,
This is your body while you live this particular lifetime here on this particular planet.
yeah, wow.
That's it.
Yes, it goes even deeper than that. But you know what? That might be another session. Let's just
Let's keep it.
yeah, let's keep it a little bit light.
Yeah.
Because there's a connection between this body and the last body I had,
Mm.
and consciousness. Because if the body has consciousness, and that consciousness goes back to Mother Earth. When I come back again, that consciousness recognizes me and reattaches again.
That is another conversation.
Those
Yeah.
conscious,
Because you
subconscious
came
memories.
back to the same home. You came back to the same place.
Mm-hmm. So it comes back to me. But anyway, it's
There's a lot, isn't there? There's a lot.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is.
But when we're talking about our bodies and the impact that one being aware that you have a consciousness that is outside of your soul consciousness and that you are in partnership with from the time your soul meets that body in the womb. When your soul joins that body, you too are in partnership. And
this is true.
Yeah.
Even speaking about the womb, there's something to think about. The soul meets the body in the womb. So it tells you right there that the body has something going on because the body is living in that womb without your consciousness before your consciousness comes into it.
And this just came to me when we say the quickening, when you're pregnant and around, I guess, 13, 14 weeks or so, you have that quickening where
is that when
that happens?
When the soul comes
But then I think that's probably, it's possible, or is that when the consciousness of the body wakes up?
Don't know.
But that's an interesting thing which I may have to tap into later, because I know for some souls wait to the last minute to join the body. Like they're gonna stay, wherever they are until the last minute.
Yes.
Before they decide to join the body.
This is true. This is true. Okay, I'm not gonna add that. I just thought of something else that I probably could add to that, but
no, I'm sure people are gonna wonder what it was.
Okay, so I'm always reading. I'm always reading. And so I'm reading this book, Soul Retrieval. And there's an example in there about this person having this disconnection from themselves. And what happened was when she was regressed, when she was a baby, her parents debated whether or not they were going to have her. So she did not connect with her body. She always hovered above the body because she wasn't sure they were going to keep her. So she didn't want to attach herself to the body if they weren't going to keep her. So she was always hovering, and so she never made that connection.
Even afterwards,
she never had, because she always had that, that feeling of, am I really wanted? And so she never really, and a lot of people don't have a real connection with their bodies.
Boy, that just gets a lot deeper too. You
That's yeah.
think about people who feel like they're in the wrong bodies or in
Mm-hmm.
their that their body doesn't suit them,
Yeah.
and the connections there.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. But one of the things that for myself, I spoke to my body about was my diet and exercise, what she likes to eat, what she doesn't like to eat. So I was doing veganism, and now I'm a vegetarian, and I had to switch because my body gave me some feedback that and she's kind of spunky, but she gave me feedback about my diet and what worked for this body and for her, which we're in partnership. So, there's some give and take, but what worked for her and made her feel better was having eggs. And so I was like, okay. And she said I was overdoing it on the beans and the lentils. She's like, I can't handle it. I can't process it. So, we had to compromise and work that out. And so I found a solution with the farm raised high priced eggs, but hey, we're happy. And my energy is better. My body is happier because I made that switch and I listened to her. So I think there's examples of how when we listen to our body and we honor that partnership that we're in with our body, that our body will work better with us, and it'll honor some of the changes we're trying to make in lifestyle and in health.
Yeah. And sometimes when we don't, sometimes our body is speaking to us and we just don't listen and we don't realize that our body's just trying to get our attention. Sometimes pain is a way that our body tries to speak to
Right.
us. Um, and for instance, with mine, I was going to the gym a lot last year, a lot, and I probably was overdoing it. And my body started rebelling because there was no physical, not there, it was very little physical change as much as I was going to the
As much
gym,
as you were going.
as much as I was going. And so, since that didn't get my attention, I started having this pain in my legs.
And it would come only when she
Only
said she was
I'm
going
going
to
to
the
the
gym.
gym. If I was not going to the gym, I did not have any pain. It was fine. And I finally had to, I finally had to ask, what is this? Well, my body did, well, she did not like going to the gym the way I was going to the gym. And I was always pushing myself more and more and more. The more I did, the more I felt I could push a little bit more. So she started rebelling. And I had, sometimes my legs would be so painful and my knees would lock up, I could hardly stretch my legs out. Once I started talking to her and asking her about going to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
she asked me to take off 6 months.
6.
That that was the hardest thing for me to do because I did not want to stop going to the gym. But because every time I would even talk about maybe I will go, I got the pain in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Not going, just
Talking
maybe.
about
Talk
maybe.
about maybe I would go. Pain back in the leg. The leg came back. As long as I didn't talk about going to the gym, no pain. Legs were fine. So
And it's been 6 months because you just went
is
back this
I
week.
just went back this week.
Yeah.
So it's been, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
6 months. So, and the agreement is I cannot go every day.
Right.
I'm going 3 days a week, and I have to limit what I do. There are some classes she does not want to take. There's some things she just does not want to do. But I told her if we're going to do what we plan to do in September,
Mm-hmm.
I have to get back in the gym.
Right. Right. And she gave you 3 months. That
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
3 months to get ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when we listen to our body and we honor our body reciprocates, I believe. Like, you can ask your body after you've established communication and connection, and you honor the fact that your body has its consciousness, you can ask your body to help you with some of your health goals.
This is true.
You can ask your body, hey, help me release, a few pounds. If I'm willing to do these changes.
And sometimes your body does not want to release
That's true.
or doesn't like the way you're
You're
doing
doing
it.
it. Yeah. You have to make some, talk to your body, make some agreements. If I do this, can we get this result? Sometimes it's a yes. Sometimes it's a no, but you have to communicate just like in any relationship.
Yeah,
This is one of your closest relationships. You are literally together
all
24/7,
all the time.
all the time. You need
And
to get along.
and your body is not going to like every diet plan you try. I tried to do that fat free. No, not fat free. The no carb,
Oh, yeah.
high fat, no carb, high fat, and my body said absolutely not. It. I went on it for a few days, and you're supposed to drop pounds like that. I gained.
That's what happens. Your body rejects, when her body rejects a plan, your body will gain weight even though you're eating less, exercising, and doing everything else. She's
It's
very, very
crazy.
hardcore body there.
Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah.
strong willed.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
She's
And even though I'm doing this, I'm doing a version of the keto diet, the numbers are good. However, the weight part, she's not allowing me to lose but so much weight. When I get on the scale, it's most people drop, at least for as long as I've been doing it, I should have dropped 20 pounds.
she
Nope,
doesn't like to be skinny.
she does not
She
know.
does not like to be
No,
thin.
she does not want
Mm-mm.
to be thin.
She doesn't. I'm gonna tell you that she doesn't want to be. So don't think that that's gonna happen. Just so you know.
There you have it. There you
Just so
have
you
it.
know. She likes some meat on her bones. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. She does. So, anyways,
Well,
is there anything else we should add?
oh, you can your body actually has her own name.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, because my body name is not one that I would have chosen, but it's hers, so we're good with it. It's Kendall. Yeah, her name is Kendall.
Hmm. Mine is Roxy, and she is a Roxy. She is, yeah, yeah.
That is
I think that's where I get some of my the flip side of me sometimes. It's
Roxy's coming out.
yeah, little Roxy. But yeah. So,
Yeah,
do you know your body's name?
yeah.
And if you do you talk to your body? Have you established a relationship and the communication with your body? Because if you haven't, you should honor your body, get to know your
Yes.
body
Honor your
as its
body.
own individual consciousness, just as you're your
Yes.
own individual consciousness, and she or he knows you because you're the leading mind. But
But
do you know it, her or him?
exactly. Because when I used to like to dress kind of boyish because I kind of like the tomboyish kind of way of life when I was younger. My body does not like that. She wants to be feminine. She wants the frills. The dresses, the skirts. She wants to be feminine. She does not. She made me get rid of a lot of my tomboyish clothes.
They probably weren't even tomboyish, just not girly enough.
They weren't girly enough. They were not girly enough.
Yeah.
And the ones I have, I can't seem to get around to wearing them.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So they have a mind of their own, a consciousness and a personality, thoughts, ideas, and feelings. So I'd love to know, and you can put it in the comments.
Yes.
Have you ever talked to your body? Do you know who your body is and what his or her name is? And what do you think about this? And would you try it? And also, we should probably put the link for Aleya's book in the comments in case
Yes.
people want to look into that
Mm-hmm.
and how you can find that out.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're interested, I could also find out that information for you, what your name, at least the name of your body is.
And there's a simple way. If you have a pendulum, you can find out the name of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Just use the pendulum with the alphabet.
A letter chart.
Yeah, with a letter chart. Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know how to use a pendulum, I've got a book on that. Yeah, they'll teach you how to use a pendulum for simple guidance, and you can, once you learn how to do it, you can learn how to basically spell out the word, a name,
Mhm.
and get that information.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah. Thanks for
hope
joining us and
hope you
watching
learned
us.
something and let us know what you think, and talk to your body and tell us what you find out.
Yeah. So drop your comments below, and we'll put some links below so that you can get those materials if you're interested in exploring this further. All
Okay.
right. Thanks so much. We appreciate you.
Yes. All right. Next time.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Bye bye.